When I got to the top 50, I was excited. But when I was told you are now in the top 10 and now the only African, it was a mixed feeling of excitement and of course thinking ahead and saying, I have some work to do. My name is Jacqueline Jumbe Kahura. I'm a resident of Kilifi. My heart goes out to all the children here in Kilifi County and different other counties where the performance has been really bad for the last couple of years.
Going beyond the call of duty is what Jacqueline Jumbe Kahura does in a profession where sacrifices can easily go unnoticed. But that did little to deter a younger Jacqueline, who is from a family of teachers, from taking interest in the profession.
All features.
Hers is a career portfolio that dates back to 1991 when she first picked up the chalk as an untrained teacher, to the day she took up a managerial position with Plan International in the Rakanidi and Kilifi counties.
At the back of your card.
Her turning point came in 2009 when she and 9 other teachers were picked from 2,800 East African applicants to receive the Commonwealth Scholarship for a master's degree at the Institute of Education, University of London.
I looked at my interaction, working with children, working with youth and the challenges they were having, particularly access and retention in school, lack of facilities at school, the poverty, a lot of children going to school hungry, a lot of children not able to communicate effectively. When I graduated from the Institute of Education with my master's, I chose to go into teaching. I knew there are 2 categories of teachers. There is the category that is paid by the Teacher Service Commission. There's also the category that is paid by the parents. I looked at what I was able to give back and I said mine would be the 3rd category, which is a rare one, that I would be a volunteer and I'll continue with my teaching as I also continue doing other social work.
Her desire to give back, especially to her community, led her to set up a community-based organization, Lifting the Barriers.
She found the school in a pathetic position. The children did not have a place to sit. They did not have enough classrooms. But when she came, she promised she was going to do something.
I've helped Bofa Primary build new classrooms. I've helped Bofa Primary improve their sitting infrastructure, particularly the desks, and I moved away from the traditional desks. Like the classroom I'm teaching now, I've been able to provide the pentagon tables so that I can facilitate a more learner-centered kind of learning where learners can learn in small groups, while learners can also share resources that are not enough in the classroom. There's also another school called Makonjemare in Vitengeni that I'm also supporting. I have one supporter from the Netherlands, the Land Foundation, that continues to provide some resources to me as an individual to help out these needy children, to help out the schools.
Jacqueline does far more than just improving infrastructure in schools. She seeks to also provide uniforms to disadvantaged pupils in remote parts of Kilifi County, if only to ensure they stay in school.
Uniforms in school, it is the only thing that makes children feel equal. There's a lot of inequalities at school because children come from very, very difficult backgrounds. So there are those who come with school uniforms, some smartly dressed, some in shoes, some with no shoes. But then I felt when all the students are able to wear these school uniforms, then there's that feeling that we all belong. There's that feeling of belonging. Mama barizenu. Other than the teaching, I'm also reaching out to a number of groups. One of them is the women groups. I have about 250 women that I'm currently supporting. And these are women that mobilized themselves. Then I offered to train them on how to do the group-led savings and credit program, which is now being called the table banking. And these women meet on their own. They do their savings. They take the credit in terms of loans. They agree on the kind of interest to be paid. So it's a self-managed group.
Empowering these women means they in turn can empower their children, and that is enough for Jacqueline, who sits on the Kilifi County Education Board and serves on the board of 2 secondary schools. But she's not just a good teacher of students, she's also a great teacher of teachers.
Kwa sababu school fees sikuweza kuendelea college, lakini nikasaidiwa na Madam Jacqueline ndo nikaenda Pwani University. Sasa nimechukulia teaching ECD.
Whether I win the award or not, I think I've decided to dedicate my life into supporting teachers become even better teachers, supporting teachers to appreciate their profession, but also think about how to better that profession in terms of skill acquisition, in terms of further training, in terms of going out there and learning 1 or 2 things from somebody else or from another teacher. That is what I want to do.
Salim Bilu, Citizen Weekend.